Now I'm going to show you how to use this design set to make a crib, a cot or a cradle, whatever you want to call it. Now you get two design sheets. You get the first sheet, now you've got this main end of the cot and you use that twice. You've got the base here and you've also got the two sides here too. Now I'll show you what I've done here. I've taken a piece of card. I've already cut one out using this template here. I'll just show you that. There you go. That's already been cut out, but I'm using the template again if I want to, and I've got the opposite side here. Now, if you do the sides or the base, you know she's got these little lines on. Those are fold lines before you do any cutting out at all, it's a good idea to crease those so when you have cut it out, it folds in exactly the right place. So just take an embossing tool, go through the paper to the card, and that's ready to cut out and fold then, like that. And to cut it out, you can either use scissors or you can use a scalpel. For the straight lines, I like to use a scalpel and a metal ruler, and then for the rounded ones, I just use my hand and eye. So just cut through any of those. And where you have a rounded section, just go through it, follow it round and cut it out. Now it's a good idea to cut the middle sections here first and this big section here, and then you can see that is cut out now. You can cut the rest of it round with scissors if you want, but to cut the centre bits out, use your scalpel, and I use a metal ruler obviously to cut out. Now when you've cut out the base and the sides, you'll see that you need creasing, so that just needs to fold down there like that and fold down there like that. There is the base, so you want two sides and you want two bases. One base, two sides, two ends. Now you can see I've got all my pieces now cut out and folded ready. So there's the base. Let's put the sides to one side for a moment. And we've got the corners here, well, the sides. Now you can cut these into strips if you want, so it looks like bars, but I'm just going to leave it solid for this case. So I like to do it this way. I stick down the one side at a time. So that just goes a bead of glue along there. And then make sure you're getting those on the inside like that. So I line that up there and that just folds over. You've got a little bit of jiggledy time to get everything in the right place. So stick that first one down. Let's say you can turn it over and just get it exactly where it lines up. Then stick down the opposite side with a little bit of glue. Like that. So you've got your base and you've got the two sides, and now if you fold those up one side and the other side so you end up like that, you can put your bit of glue on ready to stick the base on or the end on. Don't forget I'm doing this upside down back to front. It's more easy for doing it towards yourself. And then take your first end and then just position that on there. You can move it around, try and get it as accurate as possible to start off with. You want the end of this butting up to the bottom of the crib, and then these edges you just push in and press down. It gives you time to get this in position before the glue dries. And it's a good idea to just let this dry for a few minutes before you do exactly the same on the opposite side. And there you can see I've stuck both sides onto the cot, crib, cradle, whatever, and that's ready then to stand up. You decide on what thickness of card that you want to do. Obviously the bigger the crib, the thicker your card, so it stands up perfectly.